I hope you're going to enjoy this design as much as I do. So grab your balloon, sit down, and let's go. Hey, it's Sonia. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. And today I am going to be following up my last tutorial with what you guys have been requesting. We're going to put some hair on this one. Now, before I get into it, can I just say happy Easter? And I want to give a shout out to my legenda here. This little legend saw me through an Easter job yesterday, which was 5 hours long. The line, let's not talk about the line, but it was insane. And this baby, it's at 75%. Do yourselves a favor. If you can invest in a legenda, you won't regret it. That's all I gotta say on that. So we're gonna take this design and we're gonna give it some hair. Now, in my last video, we gave her a nice head of yellow hair, but we're gonna go for something different this time, mainly because I'm out of yellow 260s, thanks to that 5-hour gig. But we're gonna go ahead to do this one and we'll do it in pink. As I always say, why not? So in case you missed it, this tutorial is almost like a 3-parter. So in my last video, I shared how to do the dress. A previous video, I shared the face. And this one's going to get into how to do the hair. So I started off just by inflating a quick link. Now, if you don't have a quick link balloon, you can use a round, add a raisin to it. I've got a whole video on that too as well. Let me know if you need a link, but it's in the catalog. So before we get right into it, I just want to say that when I'm creating a hairstyle like this one, it doesn't always come out the same every time, but I'm going to show you the tips and tricks that I use to do such a sweet little head of hair. That being said, let's go. So I'm starting here with a 260 that I'm inflating and leaving about 4 fingers of uninflated length. We're just going to tie that directly on. I'm starting off with 2 little 1-inch bubbles. Sweep that bubble underneath the knot that you've created by tying them together, just to help get it in nice and close. So I've just twisted the 2 bubbles in opposite directions, so we've got 2 pinch twists there. Now, I'm going to bring the 260 to position it behind the back of the head, just keeping it nice and up against the back of the head. And we're sweeping it around and through. We're going to bring it back up into the pinch twists at the top and just make sure that's nice and flush. And I'm going to start pushing and twisting as I go to where it meets the pinch twist at the top. So we're going to do this next part just a little bit different. We're going to bring the balloon up against the side of the head. That is about 2/3 down the balloon. You're going to create another 1-inch bubble, pinch twist, and going to bring it down. Now, if you find there's a bit of separation going on between the hair and the pinch twist, instead of sweeping the working part of your 260 balloon around just the quick link that's for the head, we can move it around the pinch twist as well, just to help integrate it all together a little bit nicer. Now for the opposite side of the head, I'm going to try and replicate what I've done here. Bring it back into the pinch twists at the top. Now, if we've got something left over that looks like this, we're going to use it. If you don't, that's fine too. If you've worked with balloons before, you know how particular they are with how much air you need in them. Sometimes I get this right, sometimes I get it wrong, but I just change up the hairstyle appropriately. So if this was too tight and I didn't have much left, I would probably get rid of it now. But because I'm going to use it to help bump up my hair or bolster it, I'm going to take advantage that it is still squishable. It's not feeling too overinflated. I'm going to twist off a small bubble, lift at the end, then just and integrating it into that pinch twist there. What you might notice what I've done at the top is I've allowed the pinch twist to come in between these 2 hair bubbles, so that kind of pushes it forward a little bit as well. It's a small detail. I don't think it matters too much really, but we use these pinch twists here to our advantage to give the design a little bit extra height on top and also conceal them a little bit. But you'll hopefully love something that looks a bit like this right now. Next, my recommendation is to grab a 160 for this part, and we're going to curl the balloon. Again, the Legenda is legendary for making this so easy. Firstly, inflate the balloon all the way, and then wrap it around our finger. And as we do so, just give it a slight little overlap as I go. Now, I've got a whole video dedicated to curling a balloon with a Legenda, so you might want to check that out too. That one went a little bit chaotic. I'm here for it though, that's fine. Fine. I'm going to tie that one off. Now, depending on my feelings on the day, I may or may not think that this is enough curl. If I'm having a bit of a play with placement, I think that it is, but don't be afraid to bump it up and give it more hair. What I'm going to do though is, wild. All right. So what I kind of consistently do is where we've got this curvature of our balloon here, we want to use that to our advantage to let that hug against the curve of our balloon. We don't really want to go like this because that is actually really chaotic. But finding that point where that natural curve can follow around the balloon. So that's now in the pinch twist at the top. So I'm going to bring this balloon around. So before I commit to where I'm going to go, I generally have a little bit of a play around with the design. And right now, before I finalize twisting and basically I've just brought it around down underneath our little pinch twist area at the side here and around into here. And I think that's actually looking really nice. But before I would commit myself, I typically would decide if I really like what impact that's going to have, and I actually think I do. Or if maybe something else would suit her more, and I don't think it's this. So now with the placement, after I've had a look at it and had a little bit of a play around, I think I'm happy to commit it in. So I guess my biggest tip here is when you're adding the curl, there might be a placement that you think looks the best. So for me right now, I'm going to be bringing it down and across this additional 260 that we have in place because I like how it brings this hair design a bit further forward. Working with the bubble and the pinch twist that we have, I didn't do this in the original video, but we can use this as a friction point here between the pinch twist and the bubble to hold that in place a bit more, to give it more intentional twisting without actually twisting this bubble into the design. I just find that if we can prevent doing those kind of twists, it just helps it to flow a little bit better without the line being broken up by being in a pinch twist. That being said, now we need to bring this balloon around and we're going to join it into our pinch twist here. If you can push it back and have a little bit of uninflated, that's great. If not, you can twist a little bubble off. Either way will be fine, but we're going to integrate it into our pinch twist. Depending on my mood, I might do a bubble or this, so it's really up to you. Now, I could leave it like that, but I have a little bit more work that I want to do. So basically, I could stop here, but this is with the one strand of hair. But if you like the idea of giving her a bit more hair, we can add another 160 and let's do it. The more the better, I say, so we're going to add this 160. Like we did before, we want to use the curve of the balloon. That is going to be a nice match for the shape of our hair. Making sure we take that knotted part. So we're making sure we take that knotted part and integrate it up into the pinch twist at the top to help ensure it goes nowhere. Now, one of my two pinch twists at the top just popped. And you might go, oh no, you have to start the design again. But by doing 2 pinch twists, it's a little bit like a cheat code. Okay, not a cheat code, but a backup plan. By having that backup plan with the second pinch twist, it means that if one of them pops, then your hair isn't a complete disaster. Sweep this 160 down the opposite side of her face. And like we did when we were doing the first hair bubble, we kind of want to assess what is the best position to make the most of all those curls. So for me, at this initial outset, I'm pretty happy, but I might be able to do more to tame those curls. But basically, we're going to have one end secured here, and the opposite end, we want to secure it into this pinch twist. But as an alternative, you can also secure it into the pinch twist that you have on this side of the balloon. I guess before committing yourself, play around. You'll be glad you did. If you can't tell, I'm having fun playing around with the hair placement. And I guess while playing, something else that comes to mind is you don't always need to secure this curl into somewhere. If you want to give the illusion of a bit more length, give it length. Like, you know, it can work out nice. I mean, look at her. I think she's looking pretty sweet. You know what? I think I've settled on where I want her hair to be, and it's not what you'd expect. So maybe I would bring it over into this side of the balloon, but I think it's actually looking amazing staying over on this side. So what I'm going to do is join it in there. I think I'm happy. I think that's the sweetest I'm going to get it. So this is definitely not a line work friendly design, and if you're less fussy about the overall finished appearance, then you can do this at birthday parties. I love trying to do something where I make a balloon that matches the little girl who might be requesting a balloon. Be caution though, if you do, the parents are going to be obsessed and you're going to make more than one, so make sure it's something that you can do at a party. I've had parents request one thing, and as soon as they see me make this, they request another balloon for their child, and things can be complicated, right? But I think she's beautiful, and I hope that you agree. Now I'm obsessed. So I hope this video helps you when it comes to creating a balloon hair design for your next balloon doll. I really encourage you though to have a play around, because you could maybe do without the pinch twist there and give you a little bit extra balloon to play with. The one thing though that I'd strongly recommend is using a combination of 260s and 160s, because I always keep both in my bag. I just love how the dimension is added by having those different sizes, and people are usually super impressed when they see those 160s, especially when they curl. If you have any questions, make sure to drop them below. I might just do a quick face design for her. I hope you like it. What do you think of this face? I hope you like it as much as I do. Why not do what the balloon says? If you haven't already, why not like this video? And if you haven't already, why not subscribe? Because I have lots of fun video ideas that I have planned for you. In fact, I was thinking of doing some kind of series where we do a little party dress variant, so we can do a few other different playful designs. If you like the idea of this, why not drop me a comment below? Because, you know, I am listening. I am here for you. But as always, thank you for helping me to put a positive twist in your life, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.